Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tommy.
And these are the new books for the Bridgeville and South Fayette Library. So our first book is called Children of Virtue and Vengeance. And it is by Tony Adeyemi, who is the author of Children of Blood and Bone. And it says, after battling the impossible,
Zali and Amari
have finally succeeded in bringing magic back to the land of
Orisha.
But the ritual was more powerful than they could have imagined, reigniting the powers of not only the
Magi,
but nobles with magic ancestry too. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's like magical.
Yeah. Hamlet by William Shakespeare. I'm just going to start reading from the beginning. Act 1, Scene 1. Chi, chi, chi. Ellis Nor, a platform before the castle. Chi, chi. Step. Ah, who's there? Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king. Bernardo? He. Let's just get a picture of that first. All those cheese. Chi, 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 chi. Chi. Yeah, so it looks like a manga adaptation of obviously Hamlet.
So this is Cosmo Knights by Hannah Templer. And it says, for this ragtag band of space gays, libertation means beating the
Patriarchy.
thank you at its own game. Oh, those are so colorful.
Yeah.
So pretty. Show it.
Colorful backgrounds and things.
Hi, I'm sorry. I just get a quick drink of water.
Looks like a really cool design and style.
I like how colorful it is.
So our next book is Topside by J.N. Monk and Harry Bogosian. At the back it says, an intriguing mix of adventure and wonder in the mundane, both quietly epic and very personal. Wonderful art, highly recommend. Meet Jo Wilson, a repair technician. She's talented, headstrong, and in a lot of trouble. Jo keeps things running inside the core, an underground society on the verge of collapse. All she asks in return is that people stay out of her way. So when a routine assignment goes haywire, Jo has no one but herself to blame. To fix the slip-up, she'll have to head topside on to her planet's lawless, unruly surface. This looks like another very colorful graphic novel. Pick a book.
So this is called When the Stars Lead to You by Ronnie Davis, and it says, you'd think someone who wanted to study the stars would know better than to wish on them. There was no logical reason for me to put so much hope in exploding balls of hydrogen and helium, especially since they were millions of light years away, but it didn't matter. Every single night I turned my head toward the sky, closed my eyes, and dreamed. Oh, it's so sad. And then it says, when Ashton broke Devon's heart at the end of the most romantic and magical summer of her life, she thought she'd never heal. But over the course of the following year, Devon slowly managed to put the pieces back together for the sake of her dream to become an
astrophysicist.
Now it's senior year, and she's determined to enjoy every moment as she prepares for a future of studying the galaxies. That is, until Ashton shows up on the first day of school. Suddenly, he's everywhere. Their chemistry is undeniable, and he wants her back. Can Devon forgive Ashton and open her heart again? Or are they doomed to repeat history? That sounds really cool.
Yeah. It Will Fall by Sarah Harrion. Though I have fallen, darkness will rise. 17-year-old Larkin is an empath, born with the ability to sense the emotions of others and siphon them to either conjure or destroy. But magic is illegal in Demura, so for most of her life, Larkin's powers have been repressed by Queen Malaya's harsh edicts and the stifling presence of luminite metal. Yet when Demura falls prey to an ancient evil lurking below the surface, Queen Malaya calls on Larkin and 7 other outlaws to save the kingdom. Sending into an underground realm full of unspeakable horrors, Larkin and her party must use their forbidden magic to survive what lies in wait, with teeth sharp and talons deadly. Seems really, really interesting. Yeah.
Sounds like a dramatic story.
The covers are really cool, too.
You almost hit the camera. So this is called All-American Muslim Girl. It's by Nadine Julie Courtney. And it says, what if I'm not always a good Muslim? I'm still a Muslim, and I'm still good.
Allie Abram has it all going for her. She's a straight-A student, has good friends, and a close-knit family, and is dating cute, popular, and sweet Wells Henderson. The problem, Wells' father is Jack Henderson, America's most favorite conservative shock jock, and Allie hasn't told Wells that her family is Muslim. It's not like Allie's religion is a secret, exactly, just that her parents don't practice and raised her to keep her heritage to herself. But as Allie witnessed ever-growing Islamophobia in her small town and across the nation, she begins to embrace her faith, studying it, practicing it, and facing hatred and misunderstanding for it. All-American Muslim Girl is an own voice's relatable story of being caught between two worlds, the struggles and hard-won joys of finding your place.
That sounds like it could really fit into, like, society today.
Yeah.
It has such a pretty cover, too. Next one.
The Way of the House Husband by Kusuk Uno. He was the fiercest member of the Yakuza, a man who left countless underworld legends in his wake. They called him the Immortal Dragon, but one day he walked away from it all to travel another path. The path of the house husband. The curtain rises on this cozy Yakuza comedy. Housework without honor or humanity.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he's buying some knives and then he's chopping them. He's chopping vegetables like very aggressively. He's like, mind if we test this out? He has the knife up and then he chops some vegetables.
So this is called Scared Little Rabbits by A.V.
Geiger.
And it says, we stand in a tight cluster high above the lake. One by one, we made our way up the narrow trail from the edge of our campus. Now we wait shoulder to shoulder, behind the police tape. 19 summer students, all but one. When Nora gets accepted into her dream summer program at the prestigious Winthrop Academy, she jumps at the chance to put her coding skills to use. But then a fellow student goes missing, and the tech trail for the crime leads back to Nora. With no one else to trust, Nora must race to uncover the truth and clear her name, or she might be the next to disappear. Oh, it sounds like a thriller. I love thrillers.
This is Maker Comics Create a Costume, the ultimate DIY guide with cosplay activities by Sarah Meyer. And it says, you can create a costume, and it's easier than you think. The comic convention is just a few short weeks away. All Bea and Parker need now great costumes. But won't the supplies and materials cost a fortune? Not if Bea and Parker follow a few simple instructions from Costume Critter, the world's cutest cosplayer. With Maker Comics Create a Costume, you can create fun, easy, budget-friendly costumes. You don't have to start from scratch. A few simple modifications can transform thrift store clothes into a variety of costumes. Even mastering the sewing machine isn't as hard as it looks. You can make amazing costumes. All you need is the right tools, a little know-how, and a lot of imagination. Looks like a cool graphic novel about how to make costumes.
I can't make anything. So this is called So Funny It Hurts, Crying Laughing by Lance Rubin. And it says, Winnie Friedman has been waiting for the world to catch on to what she already knows. She's hilarious. It might be a long wait, though. After bombing a stand-up set at her own bat mitzvah, Winnie's been keeping her jokes to herself. Well, herself and her dad, a former comedian and her inspiration. Just when Winnie's ready to say yes to comedy again, her father reveals that he's been diagnosed with ALS. That is not funny. Her dad's still making jokes, though, which seems like a good thing. And Winnie's prepared to be a straight man if that's what he wants. But is that what he needs? Caught up in a spiral of epically bad dates, bad news, and bad performances, Winnie's struggling to see the humor in it all. But finding a way to laugh is exactly what will get her through. So it sounds like trying to laugh through your pain.
Yeah. Crown of Oblivion by Julie Eschbach. Freedom lies across the finish line. Since the day I signed up to race, everywhere I go I feel the breath of death on the back of my neck. But tonight is the first. I hear its footsteps. Figures stand slightly uphill, draped in long black robes, their faces concealed by hoods. In their gloved hands, each of them holds a syringe.
Sounds lovely. I can't read it. There's tape in the way.
Oh.
As the surrogate to Princess Renya, Astrid lives among royalty. Her life, however, is far from privileged. If Renya steps out of line, Astrid is the one who gets whipped. It's a nightmare, but Astrid has no choice. She and her family are outsiders, the lowest class of people, without magic or citizenship. The only way out is to compete in the deadly race of oblivion. Competing could mean death, but winning could mean freedom.
Sounds lovely.
Yes. Sounds like a kind of a dystopian story, I guess.
So this is called Make Trouble, Standing Up, Speaking Out, and Finding the Courage to Lead by Cecile Richards with Lauren Peterson. And it says, to make change, you have to make trouble. Cecile Richards has been an activist since she was taken to the principal's office in 7th grade for wearing an armband in protest of the Vietnam War. She had an extraordinary childhood in ultra-conservative Texas where her civil rights attorney, father, and activist mother taught their kids to be troublemakers. From the time Richards was a girl, she had a front row seat to observe the rise of women in American politics. In this adaptation of her story for young readers, she shines a light on the people and lessons that have gone her through good times and bad, and encourages readers to take risks, make mistakes, and make trouble along the way. It sounds like trying to stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah. Sounds like a really, really cool autobiography. I Have No Secrets by Penny Jolson. There's a secret for you, and I know you won't tell anyone. He presses his face close to mine, so close I can feel his hot breath on my cheeks. They're never gonna catch me. Gemma knows who the murderer is. She knows because he told her. He thought his secret was safe because Gemma can't speak or move. But Gemma observes all kinds of things about everyone around her. His secret is just one of them. And when a new technology means she may be able to communicate and reveal all she knows, Gemma no longer feels powerless in the face of this deadly secret. It's a race against time before the killer acts again, or tries to stop her. Oops.
Long time for a thriller book.
So it looks like a thriller about, a race against time, I guess.
Gravity by Sarah Deming, I'm going to say. Everybody goes down if you hit them right. Can't read it. There's tape in the way.
Gravity Doomsday Delgado is good at breaking things. Maybe she's learned it from her broken home.
But since she started boxing with a legendary coach at a gym in Brooklyn, Gravity is finding her talent for breaking things has been an upside. Lately, she's been breaking records, breaking her competitors, and breaking down the walls inside her. Boxing is taking her places, and if she stays focused, she knows she'll have a shot at the Olympics.
Blood Air by Emile Wen Zhao. In the Cerulean Empire, Athenites are reviled. Their varied gifts to control the world around them are unnatural, dangerous. And Anastasia Mikhailov, the crown princess, has a secret. Her deadly affinity to hold blood is her curse, and the reason she has lived her life hidden behind palace walls. When Anna's father, the emperor, is murdered, her world is shattered. Framed as his killer, Anna must flee the place to save her life. To clear her name, she must find her father's murder on her own. But the Cerulia beyond the palace walls is far different from the one she thought she knew. Corruption rules the land, and a greater conspiracy is at work, one that threatens the very balance of her world. That's cool.
I'd read it.
On the back, it says, a princess with a deadly gift, a con man with no past and no future, an empire spiraling into chaos. It's time to choose a side.
So this is our last book. It's called Color Outside the Lines, Stories About Love. Oh no, it's by a lot of people. Edited by
Sangu Mandana.
Are there any authors that you recognize?
No.
Nope. It's by these people.
Lots and lots of people. Thank you. I think I'm okay. This modern groundbreaking young... I can't read it.
This modern groundbreaking young adult anthology explores the complexity and beauty of interracial and LGBTQ+ relationships, where differences are front and center. When people ask me what this anthology is about, I'm often tempted to give them a complicated answer. It's about race and how being different from the person you love can matter and how it can also not matter. It's also about Chinese pirate ghosts, black girl vigilantes, colonial India, a flower festival, a garden of poisons, and so much else. Honestly, though, I think the answer is much simpler than that. Color Outside the Lines is a collection of stories about young, fierce, brilliantly hopeful people in love. And that's from the editor.
So I had 3 that intrigued me the most. It's When the Stars Lead to You, Color Outside the Lines, and All-American Muslim Girl, just because I think that books about like differences are more fascinating than ones about people that are just like you.
I also had 3, Crown of Oblivion, Eight Will Fall, and The Way of the House Husband. These 2 seem like dystopian books, which I really like, and then this one just seems interesting, like Nine Yankees from last month, which is really good. Really good. Go watch the video if you haven't seen it already.
It's great. I forget how to end it.
Thanks for watching, and chi.
Okay.
Better yet, I'm just
See,
going to write
I'm
down
nice
my
this
calculator.
I'm nice this time. You're what?
I'm writing them down in my calculator, okay? When
Miss Baltz asks what you're doing on your calculator.